Let's talk about it. This is the podcast where Jamie and Kirsten talk about everything.
No limits, no boundaries.
Join us while we talk about what really goes on in our lives.
Anything goes.
So without further ado, let's talk about it.
Giggling because we're so excited.
Out. We're so excited to be back. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so excited. We have so much to talk about.
So much to talk about. We missed you guys so much.
I miss this so much. You guys don't understand. I've literally all week I've been thinking about, like, I've been writing down things that I need to talk about.
Do you have them written down?
I have a few things. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like there are so many times the past week and a half that we looked at each other. We're like, we had to talk about this on the podcast.
I know, yeah.
But then I forgot to write like every single one of them down.
I have a lot of, it will be, you guys, warning you, we're going off the rails today, obviously. We're back. We have to go off the rails.
Yes, I'm so excited to be back. It's been a crazy past week and a half.
I feel like I've lived for a year.
I feel like I've lived the past week and a half to make up for the past 21 years of my life.
We really had the best fucking week and a half ever.
Yeah.
It was just a big adventure, and I'm so excited to talk about it.
Yeah, so welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It.
Good evening, you sexy fuckers.
Good evening, you sexy fuckers. I feel like we're already zooming. We're zooming. We need to slow down.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. We're just so excited to be back.
And I'm so specifically excited to have Anna listen to this because I saw her yesterday and she goes, I cannot wait for the new episode of the podcast.
Oh my gosh, shout outs. Hey girlie.
So shout out Anna. We love ya.
Friend of the show.
So how are you?
I'm literally still on cloud 9. I'm on top of the fucking world. I feel so great about life recently.
Good.
And obviously I think it's just because we've been having such a great time, and it's gonna be a little sad going back to normal and everything. But I think it's good though that we have that standard now. Life can be fucking great, and we just have to work hard to keep it that way.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess should we jump in and just talk about what we've been up to this past week and a half?
I already feel myself going to cry about it.
I know.
Yesterday,
so obviously we missed an episode, and we can talk about everything now.
Yes. But yesterday and today, I've been I'm buzzing.
Shut the fuck up, Kirsten. We are so aligned because right before we started this, I was literally thinking about if you asked me, so how are you doing? I was gonna say I'm buzzing.
I'm buzzing.
Literally, we're so aligned mentally recently.
I'm buzzing, and I think that not only has this past week and a half been such a fun experience, but I feel like I've grown a lot.
Yeah.
And mentally, I feel like I'm in a good headspace. And our friendship has really blossomed.
We've never been closer.
We've been through it all the past week and a half. We've been
through
fighting.
We had so many things.
The girlies were fighting.
We have fought. We have shit in front of each other. Honestly, we've never been closer. We shared a bed when we didn't have to.
Who are we?
We've literally never been closer. And I love that for us.
Love it. Okay, so I feel like what happened the last time we left off?
We were talking about how we had some shows, a little trip to New York coming up. I mean, literally, it's so crazy because it feels like a lifetime ago, and it feels like we were both miserable a week and a half ago, and now
oh my god, look at us, buzzing.
We're thriving, buzzing, thriving. You know how it is.
Buzzing.
I'm buzzing. Yeah, no, it's been great.
So let's just start out with the day that we left for New York. Well, the day before. So last time we were on here, we were talking about my terrible packing issues.
Oh my god.
So our flight was kind of earlier. Well, we had to be at the airport's an hour away from us, so we had to leave kind of relatively early for us. So we just figured it'd be smart if I just stayed with Jamie the night before.
Little slumber party mode.
Little slumber party mode. So I just threw literally like everything that I needed for the most part into like the suitcases, which again, I'm such an overpacker, but I feel like I didn't really like overpack.
You much better than I've seen before, yeah. So it wasn't too
Okay.
bad. I'm just I'm an underpacker. I pack the bare fucking minimum, like just the essentials, and I'm good.
Couldn't be me.
So we're
Any
just we're the
options?
opposite on that. But she
So
fucking gets to my house, and I fucking open this suitcase. Everything's wrinkled to shit. And I'm like,
bear in mind, I'm like skipping into Jamie's house with my little backpack on, and Jamie's like behind me with my like 2 fucking suitcases.
I felt like a
them.
fucking bellhop, dog. I have these huge suitcases,
Heavy as hell.
and she's got her little book bag on, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? But no, it just made sense because my driveway was really icy, and I mean, let's just be honest, I'm like physically stronger than you, so
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna make her
Speaking of
carry
your
them.
fucking driveway being icy, when I almost fell the other day,
Yeah,
it was like slow motion, guys. My whole leg went up
yeah,
into
it was
the
really
air,
scary.
and I caught myself so well.
You did. I was impressed. But yeah, so she brings her suitcases into my house, and I swear, I've been like your mom on this trip, like having to do things for you, but I
Yeah.
give off dad energy, so it's like a weird combination.
So she opens this fucking suitcase up, and it's just all these clothes balled
just
up.
fucking wadded to shit, just clothes everywhere, and I'm like, what do you think this is? Like, how do you do this? And so I had to like refold everything for her. She asked me to. She doesn't know how to iron clothes, so I had to iron her clothes.
She's literally ironing my clothes, and I'm just sitting on the bed, like scrolling through my phone.
Yeah. So
she's like, put it in the work.
Yeah, no, it was great though. I don't mind doing it. So got all that done, and then we hopped on a little flight to New York City. I don't know why the fuck I said it that way. I was gonna go for the New York accent, but then I was like, that's disrespectful if you don't do it right. So I decided not to.
Maybe just a little disrespectful. Yeah.
Yeah. I just decided because they take that shit seriously there, and I don't want to get hated on. So I stopped myself.
So oh my god, I'm so embarrassed about this part that I'm about to tell.
Wait, what?
So we get off the flight, okay. We're fucking strutting through JFK.
Oh my god,
stop. JFK is so big, especially compared from our little Ohio town.
Yeah.
Airport. Mm-hmm. So we're fucking walking. My book bag is heavy as hell. I'm wearing this like 8-pound winter jacket because it wouldn't fit into either of my suitcases.
Yeah.
Wet and fucking bootless. My book bag's probably 40 pounds easily with all the shit that I had in it. Yeah. So we finally make it to like baggage claim. We get our bags and we start to walk outside, and I was like, okay, let's order an Uber.
I'm embarrassed. Stop.
So I haven't even opened like the Uber app yet. And this fucking stranger.
This motherfucking prick. Fuck him.
This stranger. I realized how fucking stupid.
We are so stupid. We are so stupid.
We're too trusting of strangers, and it's so bad.
We're so dumb.
So this man that we literally don't know, no like credentials, nothing.
No credentials. No little lift thing on his car, nothing. Like it's just a random fucking car.
Do you guys need an Uber? And we're like, well, yeah. Like, we're gonna get.
Actually,
he goes, okay. At first I thought he was like directing us where to go, because one part of like the terminal thing is like Brooklyn and like the other boroughs, and then the other side is like Manhattan. Yeah. Like downtown. So he goes, okay, like Manhattan, you're gonna go over here. Yeah. So like we're following, and this fucking stranger just opens up his trunk, grabs my suitcase from me, puts it in the trunk. And we said, we just got in his car, and he goes, where are you going? And we're like, oh, the New Yorker. Yeah. We just hopped into this fucking stranger's car.
We just got in, and then like 2 minutes into me sitting there, I'm like, this was a really stupid idea. Like, why are we doing this?
I know, literally 2 minutes in, I was like, why did we do this? Like, this is a stranger. We don't know him. Is he even like an Uber driver? Probably not.
I mean, he gave off good vibes. So yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, it was safe. It was just we were fucking stupid and got scammed.
So bear in mind, this is a Thursday afternoon, not busy, no traffic, nothing.
Right.
So we get to like the New Yorker relatively quickly. Bear in mind, our fucking pilot on this plane
Oh my
there,
god.
I don't know
Ew,
what
stop.
he
Wait,
was
we have to
on.
pause. We have to pause. There's another motherfucking stink bug in my room on my ceiling.
All right, hold up.
Okay, so sorry
Okay.
about that.
Where were we? Okay, our pilot.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he was on, but he literally cut
He's on X Games mode.
Yeah, he cut an entire hour off this flight.
Because like I don't know how it's possible to speed when you're like on an airplane, but he did.
So we get there like an hour and a half before we could check into our hotel. But so we get to the hotel. This guy was like,
yeah,
cash or card? I'm like, okay, card. So I'm thinking, because like usually it's a flat fee.
right.
Like I know when I went from Brooklyn to LaGuardia that it was like a $60 flat fee.
Right.
So since it was JFK, I was assuming, okay, it's like a little further, probably like 80.
Right.
Max 80, but it's a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
So max $80.
Yeah.
This man looks at me and goes, okay, it's $250. And then I'm adding the tip in, which is fine. You should absolutely be tipped for your service. This man tipped himself $60.
I mean, it's just an absolute fucking robbery, and it's not okay.
I'm not even mad about the tip part because, like,
it's just all of it in general.
I could never drive in New York. Like, it stresses me out. So, like, respect.
Yeah.
But the fact that he charged a 30-minute ride $250.
It's so fucked up, and my mind was blown. And it's like, what are you gonna do? You can't be like, no, because then it's awkward.
Right. So I paid it.
Paid it.
Literally, it was like, fuck. So
we
whatever.
Went halvesies on it, and yeah, it was tough.
Bear in mind, the way home, the car that we got was literally like $75, $80.
How it should have been.
Yep.
So we got scammed right when we first got to New York, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So
we learned from it.
As we said, we were going to a Louis Tomlinson concert in New York, night 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. So the Manhattan Center where he was performing in New York is directly next door.
Yeah.
Which is perfect because our hotel is right there. And I look over and I see like this barricade up. Bear in mind, it is like 2:00 in the afternoon.
We see a congregation of people with sleeping bags and lawn chairs. And we got our luggage on us. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Bear in mind, this is well over 24 hours before the show.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wonder what's going on over here. They can't be in line for Louis Tomlinson.
Yeah.
This early. Like,
we really thought we're gonna be first in line for night 1.
I was like, that's crazy. So I walk up to this group and I go, hey, like, what are you guys in line for? And they're like, Louis Tomlinson. I was like tomorrow's show? And they're like tomorrow night. And they're like, yeah. And I said, oh, okay. Like, what time did you guys get here?
Right.
6:30 a.m.
And I was like, you're fucking joking. There's no way.
6:30 a.m.
It's absolutely insane to me.
So how long was that? Because that's way over 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's
we're getting close to 48.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tough.
I was like, okay, there ain't no fucking way.
I mean, it's dedication. You gotta
ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
So we're just like talking to these girlies.
Right.
Asking them like, what's up.
Mm-hmm.
And we see this wonderful, lovely lady walk by. And she goes, "Are these people in line for Louis?"
Yeah.
We're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're all thinking the same thing,
The
like,
homie.
hell no, we ain't waiting in this line.
Right.
So that's our introduction to our new friend that we
Our
love
bestie.
so
Oh my God.
much, Miss
Yeah.
Isabel.
We love her. It's so cursed, kind of, for like personal reasons than like the name, but it's okay.
Oh my,
It's fine though.
she's great.
We love, yeah, she's the best. She's so funny.
She lives in New York. She lives like close to the venue, and she was saying that like she passed on her way to school in the morning and saw people like lined up, but she's like, oh, like they're no way, like no,
Right.
they're not in line for this.
Yeah.
So she had to go to like Tribeca to go to her swim
Swim
class.
girl. She had swim classes.
It's not swim class. She's on the swim team, I think.
Yeah. Everyone, these girls thought they called her like she had to
swim
go to
lesson
swim
girl.
class. Yeah. She's like, I've been swimming for how long? I don't need lessons.
So she was going to swim, and that was until like 9. And so she just like went and got like a wristband because they were doing like fan made wristbands for the line. And so that's when we grabbed a wristband too. So the numbers went 15. I was 15, Jamie was 16, and Isabel was 17.
Yes.
But bear in mind, no one was getting in line like anytime soon. So we're like, yeah, we're not waiting in line. We're not gonna do that.
We cheated the system a little bit.
We did. So we went and
as we should.
Yeah. So I asked like if they needed anything, because like with past shows, people keep on doing stuff like this, not taking care of themselves.
Right.
So like I was like, okay, I'm gonna get everyone water. I'm gonna like, do you guys need anything else? Like I got blankets for people. So Jamie and I went to our hotel, went and checked in. Then we're like, okay, let's go explore the city because we're not waiting in line.
We're just simply not.
So
it just wasn't the vibe. Like we just got to New York and we're gonna sit and do nothing. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta explore a little bit.
So we went, like I took her down. Well, should we talk about the train station first?
Yeah, because that's another thing where we're just too nice of people to like say no to certain things. And I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it was really helpful.
It was really useful.
I mean, it wasn't worth $20, but
we
it was
gave
helpful.
This guy $20 for directions.
Yeah, basically he was like giving us directions, and he was a really sweet guy.
He goes, cool. he goes, it's my birthday.
I know. I was like, fuck, man, I can't say no.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any smaller bills on me. I only had 20, so I was like, yeah, fucking treat yourself, whatever. So yeah.
So I haven't been to New York before that for like 7 months. So I need like a little refresher on like the trains.
Yeah, they're so confusing.
So this guy was extremely helpful. Thank you.
He was.
I appreciate it.
I wish I would have gotten his name, but shout out to him. It was really helpful.
So he gave us some directions. I got us down to Rockefeller Center. And so then I showed Jamie like NBC Studios, around that like general area. And then I was like, oh, let me walk you down here because I feel like she's never been to New York and everyone has that like tourist moment, like, oh my god, this is so cool. So like I walked her down to Times Square.
Yeah, it was so fun.
You see like all the billboards, all the lights. And then we stopped and we had some dinner.
Such good pizza.
Oh, we went and saw, well, we didn't even look for it. We just happened to pass it.
Yeah, we saw Niall's
billboard.
That was exciting.
So we went back over down to Fifth Avenue. Went and got some essentials for the girlies.
Right.
Then we took the train back, went to our hotel. And then we brought down like water and stuff for them. And then Isabel was coming back from class.
Yeah, it was so
So we just sat and hung out with her for a little bit.
Yeah, we made some friends,
Made some
enemies.
Made some enemies, yeah, for sure.
And yeah, we had like the best time though. It was so fun just like hanging out with the girlies.
So Isabel was not planning on like camping out with everyone.
Yeah.
Isabel came from swim class, whatever.
Her hair is still
swim
wet.
practice. Hair's
Yeah.
still wet. It's cold outside.
Yeah.
And she's like, I have to sleep out here.
Yeah.
But as Jamie and I said
The episode prior, yeah.
we
hired people to sit in line
Yeah.
for us. And we can give them a shout out. We can give the company a shout out now that we didn't want anyone to like be assholes and be like, oh, we need them too. Because we were just
not gatekeeping.
We had to. It was a legit thing. So shout out to what's the
Same old
official-
line dudes.
Same old line dudes. Shout out to them. We cheated the system a little bit and paid them to sit in line for us.
Well, then again, like it's a safety issue. Like you don't want to like sleep on the sidewalks of New York.
Right. And it was only like 6 hours, so we still had to be stuck in the cold for very long, so.
But I'm a very anxious person, and I knew like that some people were upset about like the fact that we got line sitters, but not like verbally. Like you can just tell that they're irritated. So then of course like I didn't sleep at all.
I fucking slept maybe 2.5 hours.
That night I slept like 30 minutes.
Right.
So then we come down at 6 a.m. We have some breakfast with Isabel.
Yeah.
We're hanging out, and then I'm waiting for like 9 a.m. to roll around because that's when my friend Amanda was coming.
Oh, yeah.
So I meet her like at the front of the Manhattan Center. And she is, I'll cry. I literally love her so much.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
She is the sun. That's like the best way to describe her. She is so vibrant, and she's the sweetest person in the entire world.
Right.
And she's so motherly. She really was like trying to take care of me all day, making sure I ate enough, making sure I was hydrated. My hair is really knotty, especially when it's windy, and it's really windy down there. So she's like offered to brush my hair for me. Like she is such an angel. And I was so happy to like get to spend the day with her.
Yeah, it was great.
And it's so crazy that like it wasn't awkward at all. Cause like you're talking to someone online.
Yeah, it's massively different.
And then you see them in person. It was like we've been friends forever.
Yeah.
Like she's just so like welcoming.
For sure.
So yeah, I was so excited to see Amanda, and I love her to death and miss her so much. I literally cried about it last night.
Yeah.
So then they were pretty wishy-washy about like the line, I feel like.
I mean, I feel like that's with any city, though. It's always
and what time you need to be ready and what time. So I around 1 o'clock I went upstairs and got ready. Bear in mind my night one outfit was practically like a dress for the most part. Because the pants part of it was just like sheer. And so were the arms. It's fucking cold out.
Right.
So I'm just like wrapped in this little blanket all day.
Yeah, it was cold.
And then comes the time for us to go into the venue.
Yeah, and it's so tough. It's so tough. So basically what happened is
they opened all the fucking doors.
Yeah, they opened like all these doors at the same time. So all the people behind us, they were getting in at the same time we were. So
or before.
Were, like, yeah, so we get in and we definitely like were fucking 15, 16, and 17 in line. That's barricade, that's front row. And I ended up third row behind you and Isabel. But
you had a better view than I did.
Yeah.
As people were like shoving me and drowning me.
Yeah, so we get in and I was like, ugh, whatever, like it's fine.
It is what it is.
it was also so hot in there and it was dark and I hadn't slept enough, so I'm like standing there waiting for sunroom to come on and I'm literally like about to fall asleep. And my eyes were so heavy and then there's this girl behind me. I feel like I'm getting fucked up the ass cuz she's like on my butt and I'm like, "Bestie, I know it's tight in here, but you got to get off my ass." Like honestly. And then she was like pissed off at me because I like wouldn't let her push me. Because you got the wrong fucking person if you think I'm gonna let you push me around a pit. It's not happening.
It was a thing. It wasn't even that like it was like super tight. It's because like she did have room behind her.
Yeah,
She was
she
just
wanted
trying
to
to
be
get
closer. And I will not allow it. Like, I'm sorry. It's not
It
happening.
was just the fact that you were like, can you please stop like shoving me? Like you have room. And she
Well,
goes,
yeah.
no.
And then what happened after that was I was standing there and she was like pushing into my back. And I wasn't even pushing her back. I was just being very firm and not letting her push me. And she goes, "Can you stop pushing me?" And I'm like, "Bestie, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not pushing you. I'm standing here. I have nowhere to go. So you're going to have to just fucking live with it or go away." Like, I'm sorry. And it was just, yeah, lots of rude people, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, I mean it's a pit. Like you have to
Yeah.
expect that.
And it was fine. Like once the show started, it was just very tight, but it was still fun.
Mhm.
It was a good time, man. I mean, I have obviously we've never gotten to see Lou in concert, so
Yeah.
it was a great time.
He
What
really
can we
knows
just
how
like we have to talk about like what a fucking performer, dude.
he
Like
knows how to work the
honestly.
stage for sure.
I was like
And his
so
vocals are
captivated.
he's very
Unreal.
captivating.
It's just unreal. I'm like so fucking like still mind blown at like there were moments like cuz I at the point in my like life where when I'm at concerts I don't really put my phone out cuz
Yeah.
I'd rather just watch it and
Same. I'm very
there were
much in the
moments in this
moment.
show where I had to even like just stop singing along and just like look at him for a minute because I'm like, wow, like this is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
he just owns the stage and it's so crazy to see him be so confident up there.
Yes,
And it's
he's like
amazing.
so captivating where he just draws you in. And
I
then
think I was
yeah.
I get it. To a certain someone, I get the fascination now.
Yeah.
So
But he's so extremely captivating. He knows how to draw you in.
he does. It's it's
And
just something. It's not even like it's not. It's just I feel like it's just him. It's not even
yeah,
something he does.
but even his vocals, I feel like he improves and changes every single show.
Yeah, it's just cool because even from the first live stream we watched to now, he's gotten so comfortable up there,
Hmm.
and it's cool to see that.
And he's very, very interactive with the crowd, which is
Mhm.
awesome too.
Yeah, and it was I had my little YN moment with his bass player.
I think he has a
Louis,
girlfriend. I don't think he's
shut the
single.
fuck up. Oh, that's such a heartbreak. No, I'm just kidding. I really had a nice little interaction with my boy
Matt.
Matt.
We love Matt.
We do. Yeah, it was great. Fun time. Yeah, so night one was a success, man. It was
For
fun.
sure. So concert ends.
Mhm.
I think the like hardest part of the concert was trying to get out of the venue.
Yeah, it was just because we were in the front, so everyone was
No,
like,
but not only that, they were closing the doors because they're trigger warning. There was a situation that
oh,
happened in the crowd with this
hmm
predator. So they closed a lot of the doors to the exit to try to find this man.
hmm
Um, but people were like, of course, since we were like in the front trying to get out, people were coming down from the balconies too.
hmm
People were shoving, and it literally at one point, like I'm a very, very anxious person.
hmm
And I like you had to like pull the hair off my like neck because
I had
I
to
was
like
like
I had to put your hair up for you because it
because
was just like a whole
I
thing.
was getting like sensory overload,
Yeah, like panicking. And
panicking. It literally felt like I was in the pits of hell.
yeah, I'm not too bad with it. I can deal with it. It was like yeah, a lot though. It was very overwhelming, that many fucking people, but it was
Oh,
okay.
we forgot the most important part of night one.
What? Wait, what part?
We hugged.
Oh my fucking god, you guys. Shut the fuck up. You guys, this is huge for this podcast, for our friendship. This is huge,
A
monumental
a
stuff.
turning point.
I mean, it's absolutely insane. I'm still in shock, to be completely honest with you. You guys, we hugged.
We hugged.
We fucking hugged.
You held me.
I held her. I wiped her tears from her eyes. Like,
Okay, so if you don't listen to Louis, he
Mhm.
has a song called "The Two of Us" that he wrote and like dedicated to his mom.
yeah.
Which is a song that I've been really like relating to a lot recently, like grieving the death of my grandmother.
Yeah.
And I've felt all this pent-up grief that I've been struggling with. And
Right.
the lyrics to the song
Mm-hmm.
and how touching it is,
Yeah.
I just started to cry. And I looked at
You did.
Jamie and
And
I literally went,
just shrug the shoulders and
shrugged
bring
the
it
shoulder
in.
and brought it in.
Yeah, and you know, it wasn't all that bad. I think it was okay.
Would I go up to you now and hug you? No.
Fuck no. But it was
No.
all right. And then listen, it just got better from there throughout the shows.
It did. So
Yeah.
fast forward next day. Bear in mind,
I still can't believe that. That's so funny to me that we finally hugged.
so by the time that we were going in for night 1, people were lining up for night 2.
Yeah, they were already ready
So
to go.
obviously, like we weren't gonna get a good spot, even though we had like a line sitter.
Yeah.
So we go outside at 6 a.m. again when our line sitter was leaving.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, I did not sleep at all.
Right. I got a few hours.
That
but
night
not
I
a
got
lot.
an hour.
Yeah.
So we go down there at 6 a.m. and we're sitting on the sidewalk for like an hour, and I looked at Jamie and I was like, there's nothing more that I want than to leave this line right now.
And I was fully on board, like,
I was like, I don't want to be here. Like,
and I didn't either.
I was like, I would love to be at the back of the pit tonight.
Mm-hmm. And I completely agreed.
So we got out of line.
Yeah, we made the executive decision to give up our spots and just explore the city.
Yeah, we went around the city. I took her to Canal Street.
Mhm.
We went to Union Square.
Yeah, it was so fun.
So like she saw like Union Square Park, and since it was Saturday, they had like the market.
Mm-hmm.
We had a little juice press.
We loved it. Was so good. Shout out to Harry for the recommendation. What he gets.
We had some wonderful Mexican food.
So good.
So then we got back on the train and got off around like Rockefeller Center.
Mm-hmm.
So then we walked down Fashion District.
Yeah.
Then we went to Hudson Yards.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we walked through like the little park.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going back to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like nauseous because I wasn't eating much the day before.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a common issue with a lot of the other girls in line.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like the mixture of the weather, not being able to like, just like not being able to take care of yourself properly in line like that.
I think it's got a lot to do with anxiety as well for most.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very anxious the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because it was like peak anxiety when we so I look at Jamie and I was like, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. We like get back to the hotel and she just like goes to the bathroom and
I threw up all the anxiety that was in my body.
Right, and then so I felt so bad. I was like, okay, well, what can I do? So I went and got her like some fucking crackers from the CVS across the street.
Yeah.
Brought them back, and you know she threw up again while I was gone.
But I felt fine after that.
Yeah, and we had a great fucking night too, man. Night 2 was like the vibe.
Peak.
I mean, when I tell you we got all dressed up, we were feeling great.
Dressing to the fucking nines.
I was in a I was basically in a cosplay. I had a fucking Prada bucket hat on. Who am I? And when I tell you,
made the worst decision to wear fucking heels.
Such a bad choice.
But so we ate some food before we went into the venue.
Yeah.
Got drunk by the time sunroom set was over.
We were definitely like, I was feeling it by like the middle of sunroom set. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna be a good night. You know what I'm saying?
So therefore, I'm drunk, and the drunk dance moves are coming
The
out.
drunk moves come out for both of us in the back of the pit. We're with our group of girlies we met during night one, and it's a whole vibe. It's a whole thing. And we just had the time of our lives. I mean, when I tell you, we were just like at a whole other level than everyone around us.
We had like a little mosh pit going on.
We had a mosh pit going. I danced in a circle of people.
They circled around, and my drunk ass decided to I bust out the back bed.
And that's a deep cut that only the real ones know the joke behind that.
I busted out the back bed, and when I tell you, for the next 3 days, my back and my fucking neck felt broken.
Yeah, it was a really intense moment for the show for you to whipped out the back bend.
I was making the crowd laugh.
It was a real turning point for the show. The energy shifted after that, and it was just like fucking crazy from there on out.
Everyone was going hard after that.
Yeah.
Taking turns.
We're like hyping up the back of the crowd. We're like getting everyone going and shit.
Oh my god. When I looked at the back of the crowd and I was like, louder, let me hear you.
We were so drunk, so obnoxious. Like,
bear in mind, I did not know what Louis was wearing until the end of the show. When
I looked at the stage like twice.
Yes, asked our friend to zoom in on their phone so I could like see what he was wearing. I literally didn't see him the whole show.
It was complete vibes. Just listening. We were just listening. We weren't even watching. And that was necessary, I think. We just needed a night to just let loose.
And it was so fun. I had such a good time.
It was so much fun.
So we're leaving. We say bye to our friend Isabel. She's on the balcony.
Queen.
So we're like stumbling back to the fucking hotel. Bear in mind, my feet hurt so bad. And in the venue, when we were walking in, it was so embarrassing because I opened my purse up and saw my lidocaine foot cream that I bought
in the purse. It's so embarrassing, but it was necessary. And the videos I have on my phone of us walking back to the hotel.
Oh my god, you'll have to send them to me.
It was the one that I put on our private story of us in the elevator. The shit we were like saying, like
we're so goofy.
Fuck? We were in just the silliest, goofiest mood. Really just living in the moment.
So I, of course, did not sleep again. I don't sleep.
I slept really good that night.
So,
you were in a bad mood the next day.
Me? Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's because I was so like sleep deprived.
Yeah, she was in a really bad mood.
It was one of those moods where like the hair on my neck would touch me and I would get pissed.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean.
So we wake up, we order in some breakfast, have some New York bagels. Then we head over to JFK. And what happened at the airport that like really unhinged me?
There was definitely someone standing behind us that kept getting really close, and you were like freaking the fuck out about it. You're like, why does she keep getting so close?
Oh yeah. She was literally on top of me, and pandemic or not, like that stuff like really like I get like hypersensitive too.
Yeah, because it's just unnecessary. And there was like no big line. Like there was no rush.
There was literally no one in JFK.
Yeah, it was empty.
I looked at you and I go, why the fuck is she so close to me?
I swear, you put me in these situations where I feel like I have to fight with you. Like, fight for you. Because I feel like you're going to start a fight and I'm going to have to finish it for you. And this has happened so many times throughout the last, like, week and a half. And I'm like, Kirsten, like, don't do this.
So then, we get to our gate. And I go to get, like, a little snack. And I don't know why, like, I was getting so frustrated and just in the fucking airport. And I was just like, pissed, I'm tired, I want to go home. But something that you did say while we were in New York that I can't stop thinking about that made me really happy is you're like, out of like all of our time being friends, this is the happiest I've seen you is in New York.
It's true, man. Yeah, you just are in your element there, and I love that for you. I think it's always
Yeah.
because, yeah, I mean, I've seen you, obviously, I've seen you happy. I've seen you completely miserable. Like, I've seen you at every state you could ever be in. And yeah, I've never seen you like more. You just like looked like you were home, you know?
I felt home.
Yeah. So it was cool to see. And I love that.
But so we didn't even tell us. I get a text from my mom because she's picking us up from the airport and goes, "Your
Yeah.
flight's delayed?" And I go,
It got delayed so
"Oh, well, I didn't
long.
know that." So it
It's
just
sitting at
progressively kept on
JFK for
getting,
5 hours.
yeah, getting delayed and delayed and delayed. So finally we
Mhm.
get on the plane.
God, Kirsten, I gotta like tell you, man. Okay, so the plane, it's we're sitting there for a fucking like hour and a half on this plane. It's not moving.
Bear in mind we sat on the plane before we took off longer than our flight was.
Yes, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And then so the plane goes up in the air. I don't get anxious with
Oh my God, Jamie, I
flights.
literally thought we were gonna die.
No, so I literally I've flown so many times in my life. I don't get anxious on planes. It doesn't bother me, and this is the first time in my life where I really thought this is it. Like this is the end for us.
The
And
noise this plane
okay,
made.
so all right, so we're sitting on this plane. It's been in the air for maybe 5 minutes, and I got the Last Dance playing on Netflix. I'm like got my AirPods in. I'm watching The Last Dance, and so I'm sitting there, and I start to hear this like clicking sound. Is the
And
only
it's
way
like,
I can describe it, but it's loud. It was loud. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then there's someone making a big fuss because they had to use the restroom. And they're like banging on the fucking bathroom door while
bang, bang,
that's
bang, bang.
happening. And so I'm like, what? I literally was just like, what the fuck is going on? And then I got this asswipe a row in front of me on the other side who like 100% had COVID. He literally was sitting there. He had like just one surgical mask on, hacking up a fucking lung, not covering his cough, nothing. And I'm like, you're shitting me. It was like every 20 seconds he'd cough.
Scary.
And I literally, this plane was making this just ungodly fucking sound. And I looked over at you and I'm like, what
Me
the
and each other
fuck
were
is
like,
that?
we're gonna fucking
Yeah,
die.
this is it. And I was
we're
like,
going down.
this is it. I was like, this is not okay. And so I just like put my headphones back in, turned on some music, and just, I was like, if this
It
is
was
how I
scary.
go, at least I'll be listening to good music. So,
And
it
I
was really
closed my eyes
crazy.
and I was gonna try to go to sleep. And I was like, if we go down, like, don't wake me up.
Yeah, don't
Just
let
let
me
me
know what's
go.
happening. Yeah, so it was really scary, but we made it. I'd love to know what the sound was, but I guess we'll never know.
So we touched down and I opened social media. Bear in
Yeah,
mind, we're planning to leave maybe like
like middle of the night.
middle of the night to go to
Mhm.
Pittsburgh for his Pittsburgh show because we were chaperoning.
Yeah, one of my niece's friends had gotten tickets and she needed a ride basically, and I was like, I gotcha, no worries. So we decided we would chaperone that for her and take her.
And like she wanted to be close. So like we were
Mhm.
fine with being like back of the pit or whatever.
Yeah, but
But
I
like
wanted to
she
make sure she had a good
yeah,
experience.
yeah. And so I opened social media. It is probably like 7 p.m.
Yeah, we're like
And
literally just like sitting at the airport, and you say, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
all these people are in line.
Yeah, there's
Hella
like
people.
hella people in line, so we're like, "Fuck!" I mean, we gotta like drive
So
the hour back to our hometown. I had to take a shower, like I had to pack shit for night 3. I needed the girl who was going with us. I won't say her name or anything, just to keep her privacy. But I was like, listen, bestie, you got to get your shit ready because like we're going soon if you want to be close. And she was like, okay, yeah, like I'm ready whenever. So
it
was
I
complete chaos
texted our
ensued.
friend that we met in New York
Yeah.
and because they were in line and
Hmm.
I asked them, I was like, by chance, what number are you?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, 60.
Insane.
So I was like, okay, we have an hour drive from the airport and then
Hmm.
gotta go home, get our shit together, and then it's an hour and a half to Pittsburgh.
Hmm.
Bear in mind, it was literally like 2 degrees outside. I'm
It
not
was
shitting you,
so
like 2
cold.
degrees.
Yeah, it was so cold out.
So,
We packed hella blankets, like all this
we were
shit.
prepared.
Yeah.
So we get to Pittsburgh around midnight,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just not a camping girly. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I mean it's tough.
I'm not built for that lifestyle. It's not for me.
And it's
I'm not-
also it's one thing if you do it for one show, but for multiple, it gets to be a lot.
it just couldn't be me. I'm not all about the like sleeping on the sidewalk. That's just too much for me.
It's just not the vibe, right? Yeah.
So therefore, and it's cold outside, snowing,
Yeah.
and the way that the parking lots at this venue was like street parking. So like
Mhm.
where we'd be in line is right where we parked the car.
Right.
So we put our stuff out,
Mhm.
and I was like, yeah, no, thank you.
So we just got back in the car.
We got in the car. I got in the car. Of course, I didn't sleep still. So this is like day 3 of me not sleeping, and I've had maybe 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, it was
Total.
not. I slept a little bit, but
I slept an hour in the car, and then, of course, since it was so cold, people were leaving line throughout the night. And then they got bumped to the back.
right.
Um, so morning they do like a recount.
Mhm.
So we ended up moving up like 30 numbers.
Yeah, we got pretty close up.
And then throughout the day, I was talking to our friend that left line that we met in
Mhm.
New York, and they told me that if you have a bank account
With a certain bank,
with a certain bank in Pittsburgh,
they're
that
opening a separate door
yeah,
for that.
so therefore we wouldn't have to like wait in line.
Right. And so you and I are like, game, let's
And you
go.
need a +1, so we'd be able to
Exactly.
bring the girl
So
that
it
we're
was
watching.
it was at that moment like the fight or flight kicked in. We had like 20 minutes until the bank closed. The
Yeah.
bank is like 10 minutes away. So I like get you and I'm like speeding to the bank. We
Bear in
get
mind,
there.
you picked me up off the side of the road because I went to the liquor store for our
Yeah.
friend
Yeah, it was like a
that
whole
we met in
thing.
New York.
And so we get to this bank, we get in there and we're
10
like,
minutes before it closes, we're like, we need to open
we
a
need
bank
to open
account.
bank accounts. And they were like, okay. And we like explained the situation and they were like, oh, okay. And so yeah, I now have a checking account with this random bank in
Same.
Pennsylvania that I need to close.
But therefore, we straight up wouldn't have to wait in line
Yeah.
because
And
no one knew about this, really.
yeah, so we kept it on the down low. We went back to line and I was like, okay, you two go back to the hotel, get ready, and then, we'll swap out. I'll put everything back in the car and we'll take it from there. So they're gone for probably 15 minutes getting their makeup on and getting their outfits on.
No, I haven't even started getting ready. I was eating my chicken noodle soup.
I told you guys needed to kick it into gear, and little did I know that it really needed to be quick. So I'm like
Well,
putting my
a heads
shit
up would have
away.
been nice from the venue.
Yeah, it was not our fault. It was the venue's fault. And so I'm putting like blankets back in my car, and I hear someone say the doors are opening in 20 minutes, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say?
They opened the doors 2 hours early.
And so I'm like, you're shitting me. Is this like confirmed? They're opening the doors in 20 minutes, and they're like, yeah, you need to go get ready. So I'm like, okay. So I call you first. You didn't answer your fucking phone, and I'm like,
My phone was on the bed
God.
on silent.
I was like, oh my God, like, why is she not picking up? So I called our other friend. I'm like, answer the phone. And she didn't pick up. And I'm like panicking at this point. So I call you again and she answered your phone for you. And I was like, you guys have literally like a couple minutes to get ready. You need to just fucking go. I'll be there in a minute and we can all get ready at the same time. And so I'm like running to the hotel. I get in there. They're like half ready. I have nothing. I'm literally in pajamas. Like my hair's fucked. I look greasy. I'm sweating. I'm hyperventilating. Like literally just so not cute. Not the vibe. The room is in shambles. There's shit everywhere.
The
And
panic.
so it really was. I was like, you guys, you gotta fucking go. Like, come on, we gotta get it together. So they finally, like, very quickly finished getting ready. And I'm like, you guys just fucking go. I will get ready and meet you there. And so luckily I am very low maintenance to begin with.
Before you get to your getting ready,
Mhm.
So we leave the hotel and I'm like, fuck, I forgot my phone.
Oh my god, I know.
So I'm walking back to the room. I turn the corner and this girl who is panicking, trying to get ready fast too,
Yeah.
sprinting full force runs into me. I have a huge fucking bruise on the side of my leg from her smacking into me so hard. I was like, fuck.
It's so funny. Yeah, so just complete chaos. I'm in the hotel room, like running around, like brushing my hair and doing my makeup at the same time. And then I just threw my hair up in a low bun, put my outfit on. I like put my fucking eyelashes and my eyelash curler in my pocket and said, fuck it. And just decided to do it in the venue. And so I fucking get all my stuff ready. I get out into the hallway of the hotel. I hit the elevator button, and of course, there's so many people going to the show that are in this hotel. So they're all like hitting the elevator, and we're like on a middle floor, so it kept stopping for every fucking floor to get people. So I'm like waiting for this elevator for like 5 minutes, and I'm like looking. I wish there was a camera to record me because there was a minute where I like looked. This shit is so funny now. So I look around and I'm like, where the fuck? I'm like, where are the stairs?
I didn't know about this.
I'm so embarrassed about it now. So I like look around. I'm like, where the fuck are the stairs? So I'm like running down this hallway of rooms looking for the fucking stairs. While I'm waiting for the elevator for like 5 fucking minutes and I could not find the stairs, bro. I could not find the stairs. And I'm like, just the panic I felt. And I was like, I literally wanted to cry. I was like, where are the fucking stairs in this building? And so I finally just gave up. And it was a moment where I was like, well, I'm gonna just have to stand here. So I'm fucking standing there, like sweating, like hyperventilating, waiting for the fucking elevator, and the shit opens, and I literally, there's like all these girls going to the concert there, and I'm like, am I the only one who's fucking panicking? And they're like, no, us too. So we're all
All
like,
the gays in the elevator.
yeah, so we're all like in this elevator, just completely like fucking frazzled. And so we get to the first floor. I put my shit in my pockets, and 8th grade track me really came out. And it was my time to bust it out and just book it to the fucking venue. So I really overestimated how in shape I am. And so I fucking start sprinting, but it's kind of a long like distance. And so
Far.
I'm like fucking sprinting, and then
I'm just imagining this happening.
No, and then like maybe 20 seconds into the sprint, I was already tired. And so I'm like, fuck. My body was like betraying me, dog. I was like so pissed off at my body because it wouldn't allow me to sprint.
No.
And I like couldn't breathe. Like I for real thought I was having an asthma attack. And so I was like, let me turn it down to like a light jog. So I'm like jogging down the fucking road. And I was so mortified. And then like I saw the line and I was like, all right, this is it. So I like full on sprint to make it to you. Meanwhile, you're texting me while I'm fucking running. So I'm like on my phone running. And you're like, you need to get here now. Like hurry up. And I thought the doors were opening.
Well,
So
they made it sound like they were. Okay.
so I was like, just hold a spot for me at whenever you guys get in. Like, just hold a spot for me, and I'll be there as soon as I can. And I'm like fucking about to cry. There's like snot running down my face. My mascara's wet from the tears. Like, it was a whole thing. And I was like, this is just not it. And so I finally make it to the line. I like, my throat is like closing up. I can't fucking breathe. And it was just, I really thought I wasn't even gonna make it into the venue. I thought I was gonna have an asthma attack.
Well, our experience, the girl that we took, she starts to run when she gets out the hotel door. I got no ACO. I ain't got no ACO. I go, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So, It all worked out. It was fun. We were second row.
Tell me, yeah, it was fine. We got in, we made it in time. We were second row, and it was a really great show. It was
It was
like
a
so
wonderful
fun.
show. My titty fell out because I wore a corset top. Really
Yeah,
embarrassing, but like it's fine.
it was really fun. Shout out to the Pittsburgh fans because it was actually a really calm
Their
pit.
pit, phenomenal. Everyone
Yeah, it
was
was
so
great.
respectful of each other, gave each other
Mhm.
space, made sure
Yeah,
everyone's okay. We
lots
passed
of
out
water.
water.
Yeah, it was good. And it was a really fun show. So,
hmm Oh,
I think it was.
I got in line and there's this sweet girly passing flags out, and I was like,
Oh,
Michaela, my friend, is
yeah,
her.
yeah.
We love her, so I'm so excited that we got to meet her. And then after the show,
Mhm.
we sat and talked with her at the hotel for a bit.
Yeah, it was great. And then I think it was that night we really sat there and we were like, we're too old for this. Like
Yeah,
it's time.
I was like, I feel like I'm too old for this.
Yeah, and
It's
so
not for
we
me.
made the executive decision because we had bought
Pit
is not a
ticket.
word, and bought pit tickets for Cincinnati, which was like
hmm
a couple days after Pittsburgh. And we kind of were like, maybe we
No.
should look into swapping them for like some balcony seats or something, or at least be at the back of the pit. Because
Yeah.
we were just not down to camp. We were not down to be fucking in this crowded pit. Like it was
My
just
anxiety could not handle like being around so many people.
right. It
It's
just
not
got
for
to be a
me.
lot. And so we went back to Ohio the next day. We went back to normal for a couple days. And
hmm
then this past weekend, we made the drive to Cincinnati and we were
Yep.
able to sell our pit tickets and buy really great balcony seats.
Yeah, wonderful seats.
They were really good. And honestly, that was such a fun night. It's so hard to pick my favorite show because I love them all so
Yeah,
much.
I feel like even though like it was balcony, I think Cincinnati is my favorite.
I think I'm well, there's also like things that like
Yeah.
happened at the show that was just
Yeah.
like if you know, you know.
Cincinnati just
And
holds a special place in my heart. For
it
sure.
does. And there's just
Um,
all I'll say is I see you up there. That's all I'll say.
we had city view passes.
Yeah. So we got
So
free drinks.
free drinks. It was
Mhm.
great.
The staff was so nice there too.
The
They're all
staff was
very
phenomenal.
accommodating,
Wonderful.
very sweet.
Very nice. So by the time before Sunroom came on, because we were getting ready and drinking at the same time.
Yeah.
So by the time we got to the venue, I was feeling a bit buzzed.
Yeah,
So
same.
then we just the city view
Mhm.
and you get free drinks.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
mean,
like,
you can't
fuck.
turn that down, exactly.
So vodka Red Bulls,
Yeah,
all
it
fucking night.
happened. Made an
All fucking night.
appearance. And there was a point where I was starting to get a little drunk, and I was like, "All right, I gotta dial it back because she's completely immersed in it right now. She's drunk."
I was
So I was like,
fucking plastered.
so I
So
kind of made the decision. All right, I'll tone it down a bit, and I'll just like take care of her. And so
Sunroom comes on, I'm drunk as shit.
we
I'm dancing,
we
I'm
went so
singing.
hard to Sunroom, and everyone around us just didn't match the
Yeah.
energy.
They're all
And
sitting.
you and I, we
They're all
loved
sitting.
that.
We're the only ones on the balconies, like standing and dancing and
Yeah,
singing.
we
And it was
loved
so
them.
nice
Shout
because like
out.
we have heard their unreleased songs because we've been
Yeah.
to other shows. So like we knew all the words to the
Yeah, it was a really they're
Kibi
so
gave it
great.
yeah,
Big shout
Kibi
out to
gave us a
Summer.
nice little shout out up on the balcony.
Yeah, I love their music, and so big
They're
shout outs to
wonderful
them.
and they're great performers.
They are, yeah. So it was fun, man.
So Lou comes on. I'm
Yeah.
fucking loaded, okay?
Yeah, I was like kind of there, but I was just
Now
toning
standing
it
on the
back.
balcony, and there was one point when I was on the balcony that I was so drunk and very like overcompensating for like how much space I had, I guess.
Mhm.
And I'm leaning over it
You're like
and
hanging off
I
the fucking balcony.
almost fucking flipped over it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it was fine. There was a point towards the middle of the show where I was like, I'm gonna like just chug my drink during Kill My Mind
As you
and just
should.
have that moment. And so I did. I just drank like a fucking. It was like pretty much completely full vodka Red Bull, and I just chugged it during the
As you
fucking
should.
bridge of Kill My Mind and let loose, and it hit me about halfway back to the hotel, and I was like, oh, now I'm drunk.
So we get to the hotel. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So it was very last minute, like
This
booking a hotel. So like
Yeah.
a lot of the hotels that were around, like right by the venue, were either booked or like insanely priced.
Yeah, like stupid expensive. And we're on a budget by this point. We're like 4 shows in.
Yeah. So there's one that's less than a mile away from the venue. So I'm like, oh, perfect. Great.
Okay,
It was a
perfect.
decent price. So me and Jamie roll up before the show.
We literally like roll up and they got a parking deck, first of all, not even a lot, but like a deck. And
Huge
so-
hotel.
Yeah, but just a little sus. And
But
we literally look at each
We
other.
were looking at each other
and we just
and we
start
were waiting.
busting up laughing.
Yeah, we started busting up laughing because we were like, who's gonna say something first?
Yeah, we just started laughing and we're like, okay, this is like luxurious. Like it's so nice because it was just so bad.
It was so sketchy. Like the area, first of all,
yeah.
the lobby just looked fucking dirty.
Everything just looked a little sus, and I kind of felt like I was in a fever dream for parts of it.
But
I
then
was like,
the
this is
hallways
just
were
not
scary as fuck.
It was really just not a good
But then when we got
environment.
to the room was nice.
It was actually really nice. Yeah, no complaints.
The bed was
there.
comfy.
Yeah, and then after the show, we get back to the hotel.
Oh
we,
my God.
Order food.
They
and
forgot
they forgot
the
to give
fucking
us
forks.
silverware, so we're like,
Which is
sitting there
fine because we're
fucking resourceful. I pulled out 2 stir sticks from the coffee area and used them as chopsticks. And Kirsten's was a little bit more creative than mine.
You know, like the coffee cups that they give you for like the coffee machine.
It's like sturdy paper.
Like
yeah,
a paper cup.
Yeah.
I fucking drunk as shit, ripped this paper cup up and used it as like a fucking shovel. And I'm shoveling my food.
No, and then literally I was laying in an opposite bed because there was 2
we
beds.
got doubles.
Yeah, which is so unheard of because whenever we've ever like went slumber party mode, we just share a bed.
Yeah.
And throughout the entire every show and hotel we've stayed at, we've shared a bed. And so I'm like in my own bed, and I was like, this is just weird to me.
Shared a bed.
Share a single no.
Each other what we dream about.
Yeah, and so you looked at me and you're like, this doesn't feel right. Do you want to like share a bed? And I was like, honestly, yeah. So we ended up like sharing a bed, even though there was 2. When you fucking were drunk and you were flinging your mac and cheese all over the one bed, so we had to move to the other one because there was shit all in the one.
We cleaned up.
We did, yeah. But,
so bear in mind, Jamie's like sawn logs out.
yeah.
I can't sleep again. But like I have the spins because like I'm drunk. I'm sweating fucking bullets.
Yeah, it was hot in the room.
And then like I was parched. I was so fucking thirsty, June.
And
so
I had ordered
thirsty.
a water with my like what we got for dinner. I ordered a water bottle with it.
I didn't know where it was. I was literally
on the bed.
I didn't see it next to you, but I'm like searching this fucking hotel room. I'm ripping the other bed apart looking for this water bottle.
Yeah, because whenever I sleep at home, I always keep like a water bottle on my bed next to me. And so I just always keep it there. And I wish you would have woken me up so I could give you the fucking water.
But then,
yeah, I finally like heard you because you were eating ice cubes. And I like woke up somehow. And I was like, what are you doing? And you're like, I'm eating ice cubes because I'm so fucking thirsty. And I was like, get the water.
I was literally fucking sucking on these ice cubes. I'm pacing back and forth. Fucking Rob Deerdeck in the background. Ridiculousness. I'm fucking pissed because I'm drunk. I'm hot. I'm parched.
Yeah. And so I was like, get the water. And you're like, I can't find it. And I was like, it's right here. And you were like, oh.
There's literally one point I was like, I'm going to go down and like get one like out of the vending machine. But I was like, okay, this hotel's like scary.
Yeah.
So I'm not going by myself. So I'm like fucking sucking these ice cubes down. I'm drinking like the 2 sips of Coke with like the melted ice on the bottom of my cup.
Shut the fuck up. That's so funny. Oh my god.
So then Jamie wakes up before my alarm goes off and it pissed me the fuck off.
I woke you up?
Yes.
How? I don't remember that.
Because you were laughing at your phone.
What was I laughing at?
Something on your phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's before my alarm went off. No, it's your hair.
No. Huh?
It was your hair.
It was because I woke up and I looked at my phone and I was like, my hair looked crazy.
I literally looked at you and I went.
Because
it was literally like 20 minutes after I finally like fell asleep.
That's not my fault.
But you're laughing. Yeah, it is your fault.
Oh my god, it was funny.
I had like
And
40 minutes of sleep that I
yeah.
could have had more.
There's been, we gotta like address that. There's been so many little moments in these last week and a half where we bickered, and we
Yeah, we
don't do
bickered.
that. We don't fight ever,
It was
and
the
I wouldn't even
Pittsburgh.
consider these
It was
fights.
the Pittsburgh bicker for me.
Which one?
The one where I slammed the car door
Wait, when?
when I went to go get the parking pass.
Oh yeah.
You pissed me the
Yeah.
fuck off, bro.
Well, it's so hard because I'm the type. It's like just a difference with us is you take
It
things
was you.
so
It
seriously.
was you saying that I was sensitive, and that pissed me off so
Well,
bad.
because because we are just two totally different peoples to where like something like that just doesn't.
Yeah,
even
I'm
faze
sensitive,
me.
and that's like my ick is when people call me sensitive. And you
Well,
really just fucking triggered me when you called me
I'm
sensitive,
sorry,
and I got out of the
man.
car and I fucking slammed the door so hard.
Well, and it really fucking bugs me, and you do this every time we argue, where I'll literally not even 5 minutes later, I'll apologize. I'll be like, my bad. And you say, mm-hmm. And you have a fucking attitude about it, and it's like, what more can I do for you? You want me to like give you a pint of blood? Like, what can I do to make you forgive me?
I love when you say I feel bad, and I say you should.
You should. It's so rude, Kirsten. Like, honestly, you need to stop holding grudges. Fuck off. Like, you get these attitudes with me, and I'm like, what? And I'm so like easy
You
going.
started.
I think it's funny when people are like pissy with me because that's just who I am as a person. I think it's so fucking funny. And I like to kind of sometimes, that's just my personality. I like to kind of like pick and be a little asshole sometimes.
You be fucking egging me on for real.
I do, and it's just my thing. And
I hate that shit.
some people don't match that energy, and it actually pisses them off. And that's not the intention. I just think it's funny, but other people don't find it funny.
Yeah, I don't find it funny at all.
I just like it's so I can't take you serious when you're mad. Cause you're just so not like we've said it before, you're just so not intimidating when you're mad.
And that's not even like my intention to be like intimidating. It's just like I'm fucking I don't think I get like mad, I get really frustrated.
I think so too. But yeah, we don't bicker, but we bickered on this trip several times.
We sure did.
And that's honestly for the better. And we oh my god, I forgot to mention, every single show we hugged.
Yeah, every single show.
And it was the last one. Well, and we have to like give like a quick thing where the first 3 were like a side hug, keep it simple. And then night 4 in Cincinnati, we bring it in, brother.
It out. Bring it in, brother.
We brought it in and we had a full hug, and it was okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's never gonna happen again, probably for like the next 2 years.
Yeah,
but it was great.
But bear in mind, Cincinnati, the next day was my sister's baby shower.
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up after Jamie woke me up.
Yeah.
And I literally feel like I'm gonna fucking die. I'm nauseous. I'm hot. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking vomit. I put my sunglasses on, put my hood up. We check out this hotel so quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Jamie, you have to drive. Because like I drove down there.
Yeah. Yeah, she drove there. I drove back.
I was like, you gotta drive back. And I was like, there's no fucking way.
Mm-hmm. And
so
that's
like
fair.
The first hour of this drive, I was like, I'm literally gonna die. But then I started to feel better. But then like it was still like that like gross feeling. So I'm literally like rolled up to my sister's baby shower like dying death. But that's commitment, and I love her, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. So
exactly.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so it was the most boring drive. It's very similar to my drive I had to make.
It's just straight in cornfields.
Green, Ohio. Yeah, it's just a straight shot, and there's nothing around except fields and farms. But it was all right. Listen to some tunes. Yeah, it was a good time.
So we've been really living, and I love that for us.
Same. I'm kind of sad to kind of go back to normal.
Same. I had like a little breakdown about it last night because I was like, I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
Right now.
I don't want it to ever stop.
And I don't want to ever come down from this high. And like, I'm so grateful that like I have the best people around me to like experience it with.
I know. There was a moment in Cincinnati where it was like, thanks for being my bestie, and thanks for doing this with me because it was fun.
I'm so grateful to have been able to meet like my friends as well throughout this.
Yeah.
And grateful for new friends. And then I realized that like my friends live all across the country, and it made me really sad, and I shed a couple of tears here.
Yeah, so I mean, all in all, it was a great
2 weeks, man.
For sure.
It was a fun time. No complaints. Louis killed it every single night. We're so proud of him.
So proud of him.
Yeah, man, it was a good time. So,
should we wrap things up with song of the week?
Oh my god, yeah. Hang on, I gotta whip out my.
Do you want me to go first?
List. Yeah, if you've got it.
Pretty Boy, The Neighborhood.
Okay, love that. Yeah, you played that in the car on the way there. Good song.
It's been stuck in my head for days.
I'm gonna go. Fuck, this is tough. I'm gonna go Hurt by Oliver Tree. Oliver Tree is my spirit animal. I think he's so fucking funny and out of pocket, and his character that he just plays is so funny. And I actually really like his music though too. Like unironically, I think it's good.
I love that.
So yeah, go stream that one. It's a banger. So.
All right. This has been great.
This has
been Let's talk about it with Jamie and Kirsten. Tune in next week for some more fun.
Be
nice, do good. Treat people with kindness. Stay safe. All the love. Peace and love. Peace and love.